Hey everybody, I'm Justin Graham with Steadfast Partners. I just want to take a minute and break down a couple of key objectives that you need to understand when it comes to obtaining a CMMC certification. Really to start with, you have to understand that CMMC is guided by the Cyber AB, who's the organization who manages the program. And as you're going along this journey, there's two sides of the equation. You've got the RPO organizations. They focus on readiness or consulting. And then on the other side of the equation, you have C3POs, and they do the actual certification audit. So as you're going down and you understand that you have an objective to get a CMMC certification, it starts with the readiness assessment. Cyber AB has come out recently in their town hall, and they really double down on the fact that any organization that you work with through an advisory or consulting type of engagement is excluded from performing the certification audit. So you really have to find two organizations, and that can be frustrating, and I get it. But there's a clear line of separation between the two. At Steadfast, we really focus on the readiness side. So we typically help organizations in three key areas. One is understanding how CUI flows through the environment and what CUI you're dealing with. Scoping is a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to obtaining CMMC certification. If you don't know where the CUI is in your environment, how are you going to certify that environment? So that's key. So we work with our clients to understand those data flows, really draw that boundary around where your CUI data flows are, and focus the readiness assessment on that key area. Another piece that we see as being very important in obtaining CMMC certification, unfortunately, is the documentation piece. So let's face it, if you're going to get a CMMC certification, you have to have an SSP. It's a system security plan. It's a very lengthy document. What it looks like is it's a written narrative of how you've implemented each of the 110 controls within the NIST 800-171 framework. So think of people, process, technology, and actually documenting all this for each and every one of the 110 controls. This is a very lengthy document. So we really, in our readiness, with our readiness services, we take that off of you. We conduct interviews with your key stakeholders. We identify, A, are there any gaps that we need to focus attention on? And B, we take notes on the details of how you've implemented all this so we can put pen to paper and actually produce that SSP document for you. This is a ton of work. It's generally one of the biggest lifts when it comes to getting a CMMC certification. And it's important to know it has to be accurate. When you get to the certification piece of this, your SSP document has to match how the control has actually been implemented. So this has to be an accurate, living, breathing document that changes as you flip technology in your environment. So definitely focus on that. Work with a credible C3PO as well, right? So of the three phases, you've got the readiness work that generally an RPO type organization will handle. You've got the remediation piece, and then the certification audit that's handled by a C3PO. Make sure you work with somebody who's reputable, has some experience, actually has some certifications under their belt, and you'll be in a much better place.